have probably seen me make a few types of full-size planters, but I wondered if I could scale it down to a desktop version. So that's what we're going to do here. All right, let's do the math. But first, let me whack my shin on the edge of the bench. Crap, that hurt, but let's rub some dirt on it and let's go. I don't usually work with plans, but I like to keep track of what I'm doing so I can share it with you. I had to figure out how wide I wanted this to be and how tall. I settled on 8 inches square and 6.5 inches tall. As all projects start, let's mill some lumber. These planters consisted of a single 2x4 and one single fence picket. We start by removing the rounded over edge that is typical of a 2x4. This squares up the stop, making it easier to use. Next, we're going to split the 2x4 into two 1.5 inch pieces, and we're going to do the same in the width to create a perfect run of a 1.5 inch square stock. Next, we're going to take that fence picket and cut it down to 5 inches. I will later split this into two pieces. The width is unimportant as it's just going to give the feeling of slats rather than a solid piece. Because this is a desktop piece, I'm going to lighten it so it's not so heavy. I'm going to plane the fence picket down to 3/8 of an inch, just making a ton of sawdust. Finally, it is time to cut the pieces to fit. As you can see, the cut list is 16 at 5 inches, 8 at 6.5 inches, 4 at 5 inches. The last 4 are some scrap wood I had hanging around that I could use. It is 1.5 inch by 5/8 of an inch. I highly recommend setting up some stop blocks. Next is the fence picket, and we're going to cut those down to 3 1/4 inch, 10 if you're going to use a full panel, 20 if you split like I said before. Next, we are going to take the 16 5-inch pieces and mill a 3/8 inch channel into the corner to accommodate the fence picket slats. Using your push sticks like chopsticks is an interesting skill. Now my favorite part, sanding. And sanding we did. Lots of little parts to deburr and clean up before finishing. Sped up because it's boring to watch. With that done, time to finish. I went with my usual, as I have in previous videos, black frame and golden pecan inserts. Timeless look, plus I still had lots of finish left over hanging around. Once that all dried, it was time to assemble. I started by making the side panels, 8 of them. I spaced out the pickets arbitrarily as I thought it gave a chaotic look and not so manufactured. I used some glue and brad nails to hold it together while it dried, making sure to clean up any squeeze out. Next, I attached the corner pieces and assembled the outside frame of each planter. I used a spacer to make sure they all lined up and some nails and wood glue to hold it all together. Next, I attached the bottom brackets to hold the bottom panel when complete, a part I didn't record, but you get the general idea. Last was to clean them up and stage them for some photos. And there you have it, a couple of desktop planters sure to brighten up anyone's space. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, give me a like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Go make something.